hello to you all. Welcome back to the Dower Diaries, and if you're new here, I'm Jennifer. Corey and I are so very happy to have you here with us today on our channel. I am so thrilled to be back with all of you. I have missed you all so much. Corey and I did catch a little bug. It didn't feel so little when we were in the middle of it, but we did get a little sick after our trip to California to visit some family and friends. And we are on the mend now, thankfully. I do still have a little bit of congestion, but I'm dealing with that, and so I'm just so happy to be back with you. And thank you to all of you who sent in your well wishes. We cannot tell you how much we truly appreciate your thoughts and thinking of us when we were a little bit down and out. So thank you all for leaving us those sweet comments. Today I have some fun home decor finds to share with you all. I like to do these types of videos a few times a year where I showcase some of the items that I've been buying for the last 6 months or so. The things that I've been kind of curating, and I just love to share them with you, hopefully to offer some inspiration to you all in the decorating of your own home. I will also be sharing some styling ideas with the items that I've picked up, and I do have a lot to share. I will be leaving links down in the description box below for any of you who may be interested in some of these things. I hope they are all still available. As of the time of filming this right now, some of the stems that I'm going to show you, a couple of them are very low stock. They may even be out of stock now. I checked on them yesterday, but I did find, for one of the stems, I did find an alternate website for them. So I will leave all of that in the description box. If you can't find the links, just shoot me a comment below and I will send out that link to you. I don't want you struggling trying to figure out where to find the links. So just shoot me a comment and I would be really happy to send you those links. I do have a lot to share with you all, so let's get into the haul. The first item I want to share with you all is something I found on replacements. I was actually looking for a dish to add to a dish set that I have, and I love shopping on replacements because you can find such amazing things that are no longer made. They're more one-of-a-kind type items, and I knew that I wanted a new canister set, and I actually stumbled upon one, and I didn't really know what it was that I was looking for, but when I saw this one, I knew it was the one for me. And it is this beautiful blue and white pattern. It's made by the company 222 Fifth, and it's the Adelaide pattern. Now, this beautiful pattern comes in a multitude of colors. I just thought that the blue and white was really pretty. The white really isn't that in-your-face kind of white. It's a very creamy color. And of course, it had birds in the pattern, which, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know I love my birds in my decor. So I thought this pattern was so delicate, so pretty. It has such a traditional look to it, to the style of the actual canisters themselves. And I believe they also had a canister set at replacements that was the gray and white, but it was priced at $110, and I bought this sweet little set for $49.99, which I believe was on special at the time. Right now it's listed for $59.99 for the set of 3. Amazon also has a yellow canister set. The background is primarily yellow with a black, the pattern in black and white, and that one's priced at $147. So I felt like I really got a good deal on this, and I preferred the blue. So I just love it. I think it's just going to be a beautiful addition to our home. What else I love about this pattern is that it was inspired by an 18th century dish set. So it has that antique look without the antique price. And plus I won't feel bad about using them. Whereas sometimes when I buy antique pieces, I'm very careful. They're kind of display only type items, where these I feel like I can get some good use out of them. Also, if you're looking for some beautiful dishes, they also have this pattern in dishes, and Amazon carries it. They have a multitude of colors. They have a really pretty brown and white in the same pattern. So if you like brown transferware, you might think about that dish set. You can have that transferware look. This is a porcelain, so the dishes are also porcelain. They have a really beautiful sage green. They have a pink. They have a multitude of colors. So if you're interested in this pattern but maybe want dishes, I will go ahead and leave those all linked for you below as well. The next item I wanted to share with all of you is this beautiful glass vessel that I found while I was shopping at HomeGoods. Now I won't be able to link this one below because we all know HomeGoods doesn't have a website, and please don't look at all the fingerprints on this right now, but I just loved the look, the design of this. I just feel like this is such a timeless and elegant style, and glass really has grown in popularity again, but again, glass is not something that will ever go out of style. This has so many uses. Honestly, you can use it for a hurricane with a pillar candle. You could add another candle holder inside and use it to hold a taper candle. I did recently use this in a summer decorating video where I used it as a vase on our coffee table. I just think it has so many uses. This is a really good dupe for a Pottery Barn hurricane. I believe it's the Danny hurricane that is priced at $149. And like I said, this one was $12.99. It's a really good look-alike. So if you want that high-end look for less, definitely check your HomeGoods. I'm always on the hunt for ways to elevate the look of my candles, even if they're already in a very pretty vessel. I love to nestle them on things. I've been known to purchase pretty little saucers from thrift stores, also vintage and antique items as well. But I did find recently on Amazon this really pretty marble dish by the brand Creative Co-op. Now, you would have saw this in my recent summer decorating video. I did use it in that video, and I just love elevating the look of my candles this way. It just adds another layering piece, and I love using candles in my home anyway just because they add such a warm and homey touch to any room. I also had this glass hurricane on hand, and it fit perfectly in the dish, so that's another way to style with this item. You really could use it in so many ways, even as a holder in the kitchen for garlic or some ginger. It could even be used under a pepper mill to keep the pepper from making a mess all over your counter. This dish does come in other colors. There's a gray, a darker color with white veining, and then the traditional white with the gray veining. This is the larger size. It does come in 2 sizes. And just be aware, this one was $17.99 on Amazon. Just be aware that I think the different colors are different prices, as well as obviously the different sizing. So just keep that in mind. But I just love the versatility of this and also the organic touch it brings to our home. Since we're on the subject of candles, I wanted to share a few new candle purchases with you all. These candles are from a company here local to me. It's a small business run from local here in Tennessee, and the company's name is Nellamoon, and she does have a beautiful website with many different scented candles and vessels on it for you. She also has reed diffusers, but I found her brand just by chance. I was looking for the scent Golden Hour, which is a scent that Joanna Gaines put out several fall seasons ago, and I just absolutely adored the fragrance. So I went on the hunt trying to find the fragrance, and I found a very similar, it's also called the Golden Hour, from this brand Nellamoon. Highly recommend that scent. If you're looking for a beautiful amber warm kind of scent, Golden Hour is just, it is so wonderful. And I get triggered by scents. I get migraines really easily, and so I don't really like things that are very pungent, very in your face. I like just that subtle hint of scent, and like I said, I have to be very, very careful. And these are soy. They're hand poured here in Tennessee. Now, the new ones that I purchased, this one is called Italian Orange, and I thought it just sounded absolutely beautiful. The scent on the Italian Orange is coconut, Italian oranges, spicy chilies, bergamot, teakwood, and sandalwood. And so I I can't tell you how wonderful this smells. It really reminds me of summer, and I'm going to be burning this in our kitchen. I think it just smells so good, so fresh. And so I'm going to be trying out this Italian orange. I also picked up from Nellamoon this one, and this is the Santal number 8. And it's inspired by the iconic Santal 33. So this one has sandalwood, leather, amber, iris, cardamom, and violet. And let me tell you, this scent is divine. This one has 2 wicks. The other one has just the 1 wick. This is a specialty vessel, but I loved it's kind of a, I don't know, like a taupe. It's got a little bit of a, maybe just a pink undertone to it, but I thought it would look so very pretty styled in our bedroom, because I did use those kind of pinkish, mauvish blossoms in my master bedroom. I did a styling video on that. But anyway, it has a very subtle, I don't even know if you can see the name brand there, Nellamoon, on the front of it, but I just think it's such a high-end look. Now, these candles are running well, I paid $36 for this vessel, and then $48 for this one. Now, if burning candles are not your thing, she does have the reed diffuser, so you can still get the scents. Also, there is a singer from the country western Little Big Town. She put out a fragrance with Nellamoon. It was inspired by her, and it's called Summer Home, and that one has notes of cedarwood, amber, fir, coconut, vanilla, bamboo, and green leaves. That sounds absolutely heavenly. I was going to buy it, but it was sold out when I was on the website, so I'm hoping it'll come back in stock so that I can pick up the fragrance Summer Home. So anyway, if you're interested in any of their candles, please go check out her website. The next few items I want to share with all of you are some pillow covers that I purchased off of Amazon. Now, I love to change out my pillow covers, whether it's for the seasons or maybe just because I've got a whim to change out the look. I love the versatility of changing out pillow covers. I don't want to spend a lot of money on them because we use our pillows. When we're sitting on the couch, we're nestled up, we're all cozied up with our pillows, and they do get, they get worn. And so I don't really want to spend a whole lot of money on them. And I really find that Amazon has a lot of very elevated high-end looks for much less than you would pay on other websites for, pillow covers. So now the inserts do not come with these covers. These are just the covers themselves, the price that I'll be putting up here. Also, if you want to know what pillow covers I use a down alternative that I also find on Amazon, and so I will leave a link for my inserts below as well. But I love this one in particular. I did recently use this one in a bedroom refresh. And what I love about this one is that I love the pattern and the color of it, but I also love the elevated look that it has. It's more of a taupe that leans, I would say, more on a cooler tone side. So keep that in mind. If you have warmer tones in your home, you may not, want this particular pillow. Like I said, it does lean a little bit more to the cooler side. This one is an 18 by 18 and it was $17.99, and that is for one cover. So this one is a little bit more costly than some of the other ones that I have found, but again, this is a much better price than what you're gonna find, elsewhere on other sites. So this is the first one that I wanted to share. Another beautiful floral print that I recently found on Amazon is this one here. I absolutely love the floral print. Now, this one is actually labeled brown on the description on Amazon, but I will say it does have a bit of a peachy undertone on the flowers. So I just wanted to let you know. It can pull a little bit tan too as well, but Like I said, it says it's brown, and I wanted to make sure that you were aware that the flowers are a little bit more on the peachy side. This is also labeled as an outdoor pillow, which gives it additional versatility. This is a 20 by 20, and it does come in a pack of 2 for $17.99. And again, I think it really has a very classic look to it that won't really go out of style. Hands down, I think my favorite find recently for pillow covers is this linen pillow cover. Now, I have a very French country styled home. I do like to add in elements of modern and things like that, but it really does lean towards French country and linen. That nothing screams French country more than linen. But I loved the detail on this pillow. I loved the ruffled edge. This is just such a lovely pillow cover, and I think it's a really good quality linen for the price. Now this is running, I believe, this one is a 18 by 18, I believe, and it's $25.99, I want to say. I think if I remember correctly, for 2 pillow covers. So like I said, it's a really good price to have a linen pillow cover. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for this style of pillow. The next few items I'm going to be sharing with you all are some stems that I recently found, and I'm going to tell you these first stems that I'm sharing are from Amazon. I am just so blown away by the quality of these. I can't tell you. They are 49 inches long, so they are a very long stem, and the stem itself is called a Japonica. I have no idea what a Japonica is, so I'm not even gonna try. I did look it up, and I think it's some kind of a tropical plant, but it didn't look like this, so I don't know. I don't know what a Japonica is, but whatever this is, I absolutely love it. Like I said, the quality is really great. Now obviously this is a faux stem, so to sit here and tell you that they look 100% real would be an absolute lie. But when I styled with them, I was just so impressed with how beautiful they are and the look that they brought to my home. So I highly, highly recommend these stems. These do come to a box, and they are $26.99 for the 2. And like I said, I don't think you would need very many of them when styling. The look these days anyway are, something that you just go cut out of a garden. So the lacier and more minimal the stem is, I think the better off you are anyway. So you could probably get away with 1 box. I did actually end up ordering 2 sets. So I did order 4 of these just because I don't really have a whole lot of just green stems without florals involved. So I've been looking for some that just have an elevated look, and these fit the bill. So again, they are a little bit pricier for Amazon, but you're gonna pay to have a quality stem, and I think these are absolutely worth it. These next stems that I'm going to be sharing with you all are probably hands down some of my favorite stems of all time. And these are a white sedum berry branch or stem, and I found them on a website called Hollowood at Home for $10 a stem. Now the stem itself isn't very long, but they have these long draping branches that I just love. They are just so whimsical and just lacy. I feel like they just bring that romantic look to your home. I did recently use this stem in our summer decorating video, and I cannot tell you how much I love the look that it gave our room. I also used them in one of our DIY vases that I made recently, and they looked absolutely fantastic in that vase as well. I believe they only had about 5 of these left on Hollywood, but I did find them on another website for you all, Amber Marie and Company, but they are a little bit pricier. They're $12.99 a stem versus the $10. But I wanted to give you an option in case you find these as beautiful as I do. So please do check these out if you want something that looks like this. This next item is actually something that I showcased in my dupes video that was out a few weeks ago. I'll leave it linked in the description box if you want to check it out and you haven't seen it. But I did share this. Now, at the time I did the dupes video, I did not own this basket, but I could not stop thinking about it. It is the perfect French country styled basket. It just has this beautiful shape to it. Now, this one was purchased off of Amazon for $65, and it is a almost identical dupe for a Studio McGee basket that was priced at $128. Now, I will tell you, the Studio McGee basket is no longer available. They had it on sale, I want to say for $95. Anyway, it's no longer available on their website, but it is a almost exact dupe for $65, so half the price. You can also find this basket on Wayfair for $75, so $10 more. So again, Amazon is just the better buy. I couldn't stop thinking about this basket, so I knew I had to get it. And I feel like I have so many ideas that I can use this with. I did style it with our dresser that we refinished, our vintage dresser that we refinished recently. I did style it in that, and I love the way it looked. It can hold blankets. You could use it for dog toys. You could use it in a bathroom with some beautiful plush towels nestled inside. There's just so many uses for baskets. I do own a lot of them, and that's why when I did the dupes video, I hadn't picked it up, only because I talked myself out of it, telling myself that I didn't need another basket. But like I said, I could not stop thinking about it, and I am so glad I picked it up. It is definitely worth it. So there's a particular item that anytime I go to Home Goods or anytime that I'm out thrift shopping, I'm always on the hunt for this particular item, and I can never find either the shape or the look that I'm after. And it is this beautiful glass bell cloche. Now, I purchased this one off of Amazon, and it's right around $32, $33. I'll put the price up on the screen for you all, but when I'm at Home Goods, I can find them with the little stands underneath, but they're always usually the squatty or narrow, and not the size that I really need for what I was looking for. And they're like literally impossible. I look while I'm thrifting, but I can never find them. I know people do, but me, I just never am that lucky. I never find them. And if I do, they're, like I said, they're just not the right shape or size. But this one was a little pricey, but it's very thick glass. I love the versatility of this little cloche. I know that I'm going to get tons of use during the holidays with it. So I'm very excited, and I'm just so happy I picked it up. This next item is another item from Home Goods. Again, I often hate to share things from Home Goods just because I don't know if you're going to be able to find them, and if you truly like the item I'm sharing, I feel so bad. And I tried to find a dupe for this somewhere else, but I could not. Anyway, this beautiful little jug that I found at Home Goods, it leapt off the shelf and jumped into my hands. It's $19.99, and I love the aged look of this vessel. It's just so pretty. It reminds me a lot of things that you would find on Olive Ateliers. They have those Turkish vintage or antique Turkish pots. They're hundreds of dollars, and $19.99, I could not pass this up. I just thought it was so pretty. I think it's gonna look so gorgeous on a shelf. And if you have shelving near your fireplace, which we do not in this rental home, I think that this would just be an excellent styling piece for a shelving, for some type of shelving like that. I can think of so many uses for this beautiful, beautiful piece. And this is definitely something that I gravitate towards, that has that old world look, that antique, aged, pottery look. So I knew I needed it. They have so many beautiful vessels at Home Goods, but this is the one that really spoke to me. So I did pick this one up and I absolutely love it. I want to thank you all so much for being here and spending your time with me today. Please drop me a comment below. I love hearing from you all. Let me know what your favorite item was from today's little haul, or maybe you've decided that you would love to invest your money in one of these items. I would love to hear about it. And also let me know what items you find yourself reaching for time and time again. You know, is it pillow covers? Do you have a stem problem like I do? You know, is it just decorative items in general? Just let me know. I would love to know what it is that you all reach for on, you know, a regular basis. As always, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate your support here. You've all been so kind, and I can't tell you how much it means to both Corey and I. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget that bell notification. Make sure you select all so that you won't miss any of our future content. We would love to have you as a part of our YouTube community. And just to let you all know, we have a very, very busy summer coming up. And so we're going to change our upload schedule just for the summer months, just for the next few months, from every week to every other week. I will try to put in a short, so if you do watch our shorts, I'll put that on the opposite week. So you will get some kind of content from us weekly, but long form content will be every other week. Just because we want to put out the best content we can for you all, and since it's going to be such a busy time for us, I just don't feel like I can really do that, and so we're just going to space them out a little bit. We will be back to a weekly upload schedule sometime in the fall. Again, I want to thank you all so much for being here with me today. We want to wish you an amazing week ahead, and we'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.